one of you, each one of you want to become number one. Am I correct? At the end of the training program, if we conduct an exam, I'm sure each one of you would like to score high marks and then come out as the best student. Same way, if your company will be playing against so many competitors in the market, there will be 100 such companies offering same products and services. If you can make your company number one in the market, then your approach, then the initiative in your company is called operational excellence approach. So Six Sigma is actually an operational excellence model. Six Sigma is an aggressive campaign, right, to boost profitability, increase market share, improve customer satisfaction, using quality as the strategic business focus. I strongly recommend all of you, when I use any of the term here, suppose you don't understand market share, I want you to ask it immediately, right? Because these are the languages which industry would love hearing from you. If you go and tell a company in the interview, sir, I can help the company improve the market share, then they will definitely place you better than the other ordinary professionals. So you will always get an advantage if you speak their language, right? So Six Sigma aims at progressively, aggressively, and continually adding value by reducing variability. Adding value is different. See here, morning we started at 9:30 and then we went up to 12:45, 3 hours, 15 minutes. Do you find the training valuable every single minute from 9:30 to 12:45? But I don't think so. Why? Because many a times we were spending on unproductive things. We have been advising you. RK sir was advising, me was advising, and everyone was advising you. The purpose of the program is not to advise you, but to actually transform you. You are from who you are today before training and who you are going to be after training. There has to be a clear transformation. There has to be a significant improvement in your ability to solve problems, in your ability to take decisions, right? And for example, we also had some tea break. All those time duration, we have not spent it wisely with respect to our goal is concerned. With respect, what is our goal? Our goal is learning. So out of 3 hours, 15 minutes, near about 270, 285 minutes, hardly 200 minutes we spent productively. So continually we must add value by reducing variability. As a result, there will be a lot of customer satisfaction, cost reduction, legal compliance, because we need to do all those things following the laws of the land. We have to be ethical. We must comply to all legal procedures. Just because we want to make profit, we should not violate the rules. So Six Sigma ensures all these things. Now, this is the right time. All of you need to understand the difference between classical business model and Six Sigma model, right? In classical business model, profit is considered to be the difference between price and cost. Imagine I sell a product at the price of 100 rupees and my manufacturing cost is 80 rupees. Can somebody tell me what is the profit I realize here? Price is 100 and cost is 80. What is the profit I get?
20.
20 rupees. This is called classical business model. People think, profit is the difference between price and cost. In company who believe in classical business model, better quality means modern technology. Better quality means modern technology. Better quality means modern machineries. In order to produce quality product, companies should have modern machineries. And better quality means highly skilled resources. It simply means better quality means product cost will be very high. Better quality means product cost will be very high. If the product cost is very high, what will happen to our profit? Can somebody tell me, if the product cost is very high, what will happen to your profit?
Will shrink.
Profit will reduce, isn't it? So this is classical business model. On the other hand, Six Sigma model, or you call it an operational excellence model, better quality means better business. Better quality is equal to better business. This is the philosophy of companies like Motorola, companies like Toyota, right? Better quality always gives better business. You make yourself employable, employment will anyway happen. You make yourself, really have the capability to run the company very well. Definitely your business will be successful, right? So better quality means better business. Here, better quality also means less defects. What is defect? Non-conformance. What is defect? Deviation from the requirement. Customer expected something, but you are giving something else. That's called a defect, right? And for example, right now we are teaching you many things. I do not know whether you expected the same thing. If what you expect and what we talk matches, then program is really successful, isn't it? So that is called quality. And better quality means less rework. Since I don't produce any defect, I don't have to rework. It is something like failing in an exam multiple times and then appearing it again and again and again. It's a rework, which is good. Passing the exam in the first attempt. Same way, produce the products right at the first time. Then less buffer. You know what is less buffer? Inventory. Buffer is nothing but inventory. Stock you hold in the form of raw material, in the form of semi-finished product, in the form of finished product. If you keep more stock, that is not good. When there is more stock, then items, can the shelf life, every item has got a shelf life. So your raw material can deplete, your finished product can become defective, isn't it? Many consequences can happen. Moreover, if you keep more stock, your money will be blocked. Am I right? See, we ensure all these things in our day-to-day life. For example, when you buy provision items for your family, how much do you buy? Do you buy it for the entire year? Come on, please. When you are buying provision items for your family, do you buy it for one full year or do you buy it for 1 month? Or do you buy it for 1 week?
1 month or 1 week.
Yes. In fact,
1 month, sir.
Very good. In fact, sometimes for most of the, let's say 1 month. So 1 month, for example, let us say you are buying toothpaste. I hope all of you know toothpaste, right? Close Up, Colgate, there are many things are there. Tell me how many toothpaste you buy? Just recall. How many toothpaste you purchased from a supermarket last time? How many you buy?
We are using,
One.
only, sir.
Just one. Only 1 or 2, isn't it? Why don't you buy 10 or 10 at a time or 20 at a time? Because you clearly know buying more, your money will be blocked. Am I right? You may not have money for spending for others. When you buy more, your item may deplete, isn't it? The same paste may not be good after 1 month or so. So you want to always have fresh items. So that's why that's the meaning of less buffer. Same thing is applicable in industry also. Whether it is a raw material or it is a finished product or it is a semi-finished product, keep less buffer. When you have less buffer, people will be more cautious. Am I right? Because you don't have so much item, you will use them very wisely. And then better quality means lower cycle time. What is cycle time? The time between the time you take to actually run a process. If you take more time, customer has to wait. If you take less time, then deliveries can happen on time. So in short, better quality means lower cost. How a high quality product comes out with a lower cost? Because your product doesn't have any defects. Because you don't do any rework. Because you keep less buffer. Your investments are minimum. Because your process cycle times are lower. Results happen faster. As a result, you produce high quality product at a lower cost. If you produce high quality product at a lower cost, what will happen to the profit? Come on.
Increase.
Yeah, that is why Six Sigma is considered a profit maximizing tool. Any project you do in any company, you should be able to impact profit. Otherwise, there has to be some savings. If there is a savings, cost will go down. As the cost goes down, profit will go up. This is called a business case. This is called a business case. We'll see that. Now I want all of you to answer this question. I'm showing so many cars in my slide.